Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I had to share this video with you that just came out, Pop the Balloon. This beautiful black woman was rejected and it has stirred a controversy between black men and women, but a lot of black women are defending the man who rejected her. It has something to do with hair, and I'm going to share the video clip with you. All right. What he said to her when he rejected her, and other black women who rejected him afterwards, and one of their opinions towards him. There are black men and women saying, well, a black man can have a preference. Some of you prefer taller men, men who have locks, or men with shorter hair. While that is true, baby, read between the lines when it comes to things that some black men say. I think a lot of you, the women and the men who are supporting this man, I think you are delusional. You're in denial about something, and I am going to air it out right now. But first, let's look at these clips. What did he say to her, and what did another black woman say in response to that?
And now, is she someone that's your type?
Um, Not so much.
And
Yeah.
why not?
I'll say more so like the hair. So more so attracted to longer hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, let's go on over here. Your name and age.
I'm Kiara. I'm 31.
And Kiara, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Just initial attraction, but he sounds like a great guy.
And now, is she someone that's your type?
Not so much. Yeah.
Why not?
I'd also say maybe just the style in general. Yeah.
Let's go over here. Your name and age.
Catherine, 31.
Catherine, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Initial attraction as well. I do like everything that you said. I resonated with a lot of it. Just chemistry. I didn't feel.
Same thing here. Is she someone that's your type?
No.
Okay. Why not?
More into like athletic physique. Yeah.
Thank you. Let's go over here. Your name and age.
I'm Dre and I'm 31.
Okay. And why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I really don't like the outfit, the skinny jeans, and I could hear you clicking when you came on. So, yeah.
And now, is she someone that's your type?
No.
All right. And why not?
Also, more so someone that is more physically, what I like. So athletic.
Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Sandy. I'm 33.
And Sandy, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I ended up popping it because you're attractive. You know, you got it going on. But that comment about hair, I know your mama got short hair too. She's black. At the end of the day, black women, you don't know what to expect with our hair. We could wear it straight, we could wear it curly, and that was just like too much for me. So I don't got time for it. If you don't know, if you can't grow up from your roots, then you can't grow up with me. So that's how I feel.
Interesting.
Go ahead.
I mean, my mom's actually on my necklace. She doesn't have short hair for one.
It doesn't matter. It's
but-
about who you are as a brother. Person you don't make hair don't make your personality. You dig me? It's about who you are. If you confident with short hair, long hair, it doesn't matter. Because a lot of girls that do have long hair, the hairs be thin. I have a salon. When I was 16, I brought my mother a salon with my business that I do. Yeah. So yeah, I have dealt with so many different type of hairs. Shout out to my mom, Captivated Styles in the building, Philly. We here. But what you said, it's just not for me. You need to really check on your ends before you talk about long or short hair, because a lot of girls with long hair be having no hair just because it's long, it's thin. So yeah, I'm sorry, I can't.
Okay.
Sounds triggered.
It's not triggered. I'm just.
First of all, I didn't say the hairstyle she had was not good.
You
I
said
just
you don't like girls with long hair.
know.
That's not right. You should never said that at all. As a black brother, you should have kept that as what it was. You should have just said, you're not just my type. But hair, it's a different, you can't talk about hair. If you want hair, go get what you want. If you want Becky with the long hair, go get what you want. Don't talk to black women up here about hair. That's just it. And I'm not triggered. Like I said, at the end of the day, your hair is nappy. Your hair is short. You should be happy where you came from. Period.
Can I talk, or you gonna interrupt me again?
I don't want to hear what you have to say.
You still
but
gon-
you can say what you want to say,
Yeah.
but don't talk about black people here. But
So,
Let's hear from him. Go
so
ahead.
again, her hairstyle, there's nothing wrong with it. So it's my preference, right? So if I'm here to date, I'm here to find someone for me. So I'm not dating multiple people. You're not dating multiple people. So my comment to her has no sort of
But
significance on
I'm a
you.
black woman. If I want to wear my hair like hers one day, what you gonna say? Oh, I don't like your hair. I'm gonna go date Becky up the street. Follow along. Thank you.
I'll say this: at the end of the day, are you here to find a man, or are you here to be?
I'm not here to find you. I'm here to find someone that's gonna accept me, floss and all. And if you can't accept this young lady up
Sounds like
here,
you're here to find the sister code.
no,
So we can move forward.
Actually, women,
We can move forward.
We are here, and
We
there's
can
a
move
lot
forward.
of black women that's lined up in here. So you can't talk about hair. It's not about the length or the texture. Know what you say before you talk to black women. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, so he rejected her because he says he likes long hair. And look, black people are trying to deflect and not actually use your mind and ears to understand what that means. Some black people, both the men and the women, the woman on the right with the braids, they have been insulting her, saying that she's insecure or she doesn't have long hair. That's why she's triggered. When really, black women, well, some of us, when a black man is saying he prefers longer hair, you know what that means. Now, she did say, oh, you want a Becky, a white woman. Now, are white women the only women with long hair? No. But let's dive deeper into this. You see, look, when you hear a black man say, I like long hair, or any man, period, you know what that means. It's not an afro. Long hair showing length down the back, long hair, swinging hair, hair I run through I can put my hands through it and it's long. Okay. When you think of long hair, you're not thinking of a poofy or curly afro that's short, especially if you have shrinkage. You cannot see a lot of times, especially if the hair is type 4, you don't see the length of it unless you alter it. A blowout, a flat iron, a hot comb, a perm. Okay, this man does not like natural hair that is in its natural state. Because some people are saying, oh, well, she could have long hair, it's just short. Well, it's in its natural state. If she has a lot of shrinkage, she would have to alter her natural hair to achieve length, to show length. Okay. And I don't get why some people don't understand this. And even if she did flat iron it, it's not going to be in the middle and down her back. That is long hair. Shoulder length hair is medium length hair. Is it beautiful? Yes. In short hair. I'm just making a point because especially I had to get on black women who were defending this man saying, well, he can have a preference. Oh, I have long hair. If you have hair that is hanging down your back, you do not have type 4 hair, which is a very large amount of the type of hair a lot of black women have. This is facts. What did you do? Either your hair is naturally, it's looser and it's going down your back, and you can see the length, or you have altered it to show off the length. Okay. It's just interesting to me because you'll have black men screaming, go natural. Then you go natural, but you have shrinkage and your hair looks short. And he doesn't know what that woman's hair could look like flat iron. He's basing it off her natural state of hair. Okay. Period. And when we talk about hair, I'm not talking about black women from other countries and ethnicities and stuff. Okay. Because there was a woman who said, well, I'm East African. I have said before, please stop it. When people are talking about black hair, they are talking about West African hair. Why? Because every damn black person outside of Africa who was in the slave trade, America, the Caribbean, Latin America, descend from West African people who have type 4, 4B, 4C hair. That is what's called black hair. Okay? Yes, there are black people. Majority of Africa, the hair is type 4, a lot 4C. In other places where it is looser, like in East Africa especially, they just have a different type of hair. Type 2, type 3, some of them are in fact mixed. But and some parts of West Africa too that have mixed with Arab, like the Chad women and stuff. So it's like, it gets ridiculous when I will see East African women needing to chime in about, well, we have very long hair. Black people do not come from you. You have a different type of hair. When the hair is different here in America, which it is for a number of us, it's because we are mixed. It has nothing to do with you as an East African. You can't use your hair as the standard or something for a group of women globally who descended from a group of women who usually have 4C hair. Let's just be real about that. Okay. And the black women who come in, well, my hair is long. No one is saying that a black woman cannot have hair that looks long. What I am saying is it's not usually long in its natural state. It can be long, but it doesn't look long until you alter it a lot of times. So when black men do not like you in your natural state, it just means, oh, if I don't like it, I like longer hair. He can't see the length because you're in your natural state and you have tightly curled hair or you have shrinkage. He wants you to alter it to then be able to show off length. There was a woman who said, oh, there are afros that's long. You mean poofy, big old froze and big old curly froze. Long hair grows downward. It stretches, it swings. That is the opposite of an afro. I'm just saying, let's just use common sense and logic. It doesn't mean you don't have a lot of hair. But just because you have a lot of hair that is really curly, when he's talking of length, most of them, they're talking about your hair being straighter, that they can see it, usually down the back or something, or a little bit past the shoulders. But typically, like this beautiful woman up here, I mean, that's how a number of the hair is going to look in its natural state. There was someone who even said, oh, it's not that. It doesn't look combed. What do you mean it doesn't look combed? This is natural hair. Her hair type, because black women have different hair types. Wash your hair, put on in a conditioner or a leave-in conditioner, and either you have a curl pattern or you don't, because some don't, and then you walk out your house. When they say, oh, I want natural hair, get up and go out with how it naturally comes out your hair, you know? So he wanted it to be naturally long. Okay. Now, are there black women who are natural, who have more hair than her? Yes. But let's go into more of a sensitive topic. Okay. I have to take it there. Are there black women who have much more hair than her that is natural, but is it swinging? No. But do they have more? Yes. But there's also a significant amount of black women whose hair grows that looks like her hair and doesn't grow long. And anytime you talk about this, all of a sudden black women especially have to come in swinging. Oh, well, my mama, my sister, I have this type of hair. So what? 50% don't, like you. And then they show all these videos of black women on TikTok whose hair is almost touching their butt, trying to pretend like that's the majority, and it's not. There are plenty of black women who have decent long hair length to the shoulders, which is not long to me, it's medium length, but it's not short. And some who have short hair. There were some people saying that the woman on the right must be well, she's a hater. She must be jealous because her hair must only come to her ear and she's triggered. And I can't help but notice the insensitivity that a lot of black women and men have towards black women who do, in fact, have hair that doesn't grow long. You know, they'll say things of, oh, well, you don't do your hair properly. You're not this, you're not doing this correctly. When actually there are a number of black women who are taking care of their hair. It just breaks off a lot or it just doesn't grow very long. all the time. Some do and some don't. But it reminded me of how Anita Baker, the singer, she wears a short hairstyle. Black people, you want black women to have all this confidence with hair, but when a black woman says something you don't like or they have a short haircut, y'all will be some of the first ones to call her bald-headed. I remember when Anita Baker canceled a concert last year, black women came on TikTok saying, "Anita, with your bald-headed ass." Or when this woman right here, she must be bald-headed. Another example, Rihanna. When Rihanna showed off her natural hair for her hair products, there were black women talking about, I'm not buying her products because she don't have long hair, basically. Should I trust her products? And talking, oh, I'm so surprised her hair is short. Well, number one, she actually had cut her hair before. And number two, she's regrowing her hair. And what if her hair never becomes super long down her back in its natural state? Okay, so I'm calling the BS out. Okay, because black people cannot talk about black women, be confident, be this and that. And then the minute you show off your natural hair and it's not what they expected, not as far as texture, but length, and then they criticize that, or I'm not going to support some of your products. Now, some black women are happy about Rihanna showing off her natural hair and will support her. But I've seen this for years. I've been observing my black people for years when it comes to these type of issues, and the hypocrisy is extremely strong. You see what I'm saying? It's like you are fully aware, y'all are, that there are a number of black women who do not grow very long hair. And then you bash them and call them bald-headed because they might struggle with being able to maintain long hair. And then you'll try to use, well, I have long hair, the women in my family. Oh, there are black women with long hair. Yes, there are. But also half the time, has it been altered, flat iron, has a blowout to see how long it is? Not in its 100% natural state. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, be honest about that. Be honest about that. Now, here's the thing. She said Becky with the good hair, or the Becky, get you a Becky. That's what Beyonce said. She's just saying, I know that you don't prefer natural black hair. You want long hair that swings. You don't want the natural hair or type 4 hair that a significant amount of black women have. You want length. That means hair that is flowing, hair that swings, hair you easily just throw your hands through. That does not equate to a traditional afro, especially if the hair is very coarse. Again, even if you can show off your hair being long that you've grown out, 9 times out of 10, you have to flat iron it or blow dry it. Keep it all the way real here. See, y'all are missing the point. He doesn't like afro hair in its natural state that hasn't been altered. So he does not 100% like black women's natural hair. Now, was she wrong to assume his mother must have short hair? Yes, he even said, I have a picture right here. My mother has long hair. Is that your mother's natural hair texture that is long like that down the back, straight? Has she altered it to show it off as that type of looking that way? Okay, now, yes, she was wrong to imply that all black women have short hair, but when you know exactly what she means. Black women have curly and kinky hair a lot. Are there different types? Yeah, you have type 2 all the way to type 4, but there are a number who have type 4. Not only that, a lot of black men are clueless about hair. Shrinkage again. Yes, you might actually have hair that's past the shoulders, but in its natural state, after it's been washed and it dries, it will shrink, sometimes very significantly, and it will not look like you have long hair at all. So what she is saying is you should know these things as a black man, okay? You come from black women, but yet you are discriminating against her hair type. People can say what they want, but read between the lines of what he's saying. He doesn't like her hair texture. He doesn't like it. It doesn't show length. It doesn't. And no black man on average is talking about an afro when he is talking about, I like long hair. Afros are poofy and curly and upward. Long hair is downward and shows length. Let's just come on here with it. Okay. So maybe she was a little bit offended and hurt because her hair is maybe similar to hers. Maybe she cut her hair. Maybe she didn't in its natural state. Maybe she has a lot of shrinkage and her hair looks short, naturally who she is, which is a part of something that happens, you know, Black women having different textures and having 4C hair, 4B hair or whatever, you know, or simply not being able to genetically grow hair down the back. And when you talk about that, everybody and their mama, especially even Black women, get so offended because it's a very sensitive topic. And it doesn't mean there aren't Black women who do not have hair flowing down the back. Is that the majority? No. In America, I don't want to hear nothing about other women from other countries, especially when our genetics can be different, even right here in America. Okay, there are different types of hair, but let's just stop pretending you don't know what that man meant when he dissed this beautiful woman for her hair. Her hair might not ever grow even to her shoulders because of her genetics, and she's taking care of her hair. Or even if she does, she might suffer again from shrinkage. He wants to see long length. That does not, puffy afro, hair growing upward, is not downward long length until you alter it to show that. So that's all I pretty much have to say. He can like what he likes. Black women are not crazy for saying, well, he doesn't really like most Black women at large who, well, let's just say he doesn't like Black women who have type 4B, type 4C hair. No, he does not, because they don't have the natural type of hair that he is looking for. He might, that is what it is. And people can say whatever they want, but that is the nitty gritty of what it is. And he doesn't have to like short afro hair. Thing is, he's not going to say that. And a lot of them don't say that. Okay? Because a lot of Black men, again, I noticed that they don't get mad when Black women flat iron their hair, but then they'll complain about a wig or a weave. Or if a Black woman cannot grow hair as long as a wig or a weave, oh, you're not taking care of it. Oh, this, oh, well, I like it long. Okay, so you don't like Black women whose natural hair has shrinkage, and that's an afro. You want long hair that you can tell is long, which means it had to be straightened or blow dried out on average. Or just a lot of it. And not every Black woman can grow a huge amount of natural hair. I'm talking huge. I've stuff you see on TikTok and stuff. So that is all I have to say. The man doesn't like short afro textured hair. That's the nitty gritty of what that man was really saying without saying it. I cannot wait to hear your opinion. What do you think? Let us all know. Bye.